hello, everybody. So this is time. Oh my God, why do I have this background? Okay, let me put another one together. Hello, everybody. So today it's time to another live stream talks, and we are joining you again on this Wednesday, 5 p.m. Okay, let me start about with the time zone of Chris. 6 p.m. Central Europe. I think it's the right way to say it. 5 p.m. GMT plus one, which is the time zone for me, for Karinder and Steven, and hopefully Nick and Brad Peter will join us later. And let me think, Maria. Let me think about you. I think you're in the Central Time,
No, Eastern.
Eastern Time. So this is 12 p.m.
Yeah, good for you.
Harper, it's 9 a.m.
Yes, it is 9 a.m.
Oh my God, I'm so good.
Well done.
So welcome everyone, and let's start the travel around the world, and let's go to Arizona, USA. Harper, how are you?
I am doing outstanding. Can't complain. So
Perfect. And you, Chris, how are you? No sound.
No, there's no sound, Chris.
Don't be shy, Chris. Come on.
Do you have?
Okay,
Yes,
we have.
okay.
Yes.
I have to take the long now. Chris doesn't behave.
How are you, Chris?
It's fine in Belgium. The sun is shining. One day, not rain. So I'm glad. I was afraid here for inundations.
Yeah. I saw something, and it was, and in Germany as well, it was really
London.
bad.
Yeah.
London as well.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
London also, yes.
Oh my God. So, talking about London, we are talking about the UK. How are you, Mr. Stephen Healy?
Well, I've got a story to tell. As you know, I'm doing a show at 2 p.m. Eastern today, 7 p.m. in the UK, 8 p.m. in Belgium. It's called Country Walks with Stephen. And what I do when I'm running the show is I play a short video from a walk I took earlier in the day. So 2 hours ago, I set out with my mobile camera, that one, and I did a walk about devices. And we've had rain, we've had sunshine, we've had rain, we've had sunshine. I went out when it was sunshine, and I walked from the railway bridge down through the woods, up the other side, round the old hospital, back onto the main road, back 30-minute video. And I thought, great, that's in the can for tonight. Now, normally when I do that, Chris would see it on Facebook. Harper would see it on Facebook. Everybody would see it on Facebook. Yes,
I have seen.
Nick knows what's coming. It never actually broadcast.
Wow.
So it did not go live anywhere.
Oh.
Which was not good. Because that's where my recording is. It's either on YouTube or my website or VI Loud or you know, there's 10 opportunities for it to record somewhere, but it recorded nowhere. So I got back home, checked my phone, and of course it wasn't on Facebook, it wasn't on YouTube, it wasn't anywhere. And the only reason I'm smiling now is that I found it had recorded it on my phone, not broadcast it.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
But I'm happy now. I've got the video for tonight. It's definitely a world premiere because nobody's seen it. Dear.
Really good. Yeah. Perfect. StreamYard Wizard, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. like
I like the
meeting people
background.
that's been nice.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, yeah, everything else. Like the Olympics, I mean, what's in it? And yeah,
Perf. Yes. Okay, and let's cross the ocean again till Canada. How are you,
I'm very
Lady
well, thank
Lady
you.
Maria?
Thank you very much, Marco Novo. Thank you very much from Portugal. Beautiful weather. We've had rain, but I love the rain. I prefer the rain. And now we have a beautiful day. Yesterday was sunshine, and today another beautiful day with sunshine. And just like Stephen, I went for a beautiful walk, but I don't take videos of it. I just want to enjoy it. But I went right by the lake last night. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, and so I'm really getting out almost every day, walking or making a barbecue out in the woods. Just I'm really enjoying this summer, getting out almost every day, and just I'm in semi-retirement now, and I'm taking full advantage of it. So after 5 o'clock, I'm done. No more work. That's it.
Perfect.
Fortunate
Perfect.
to do that. Yeah. Thanks.
And getting back to UK, your votes for the Euro Song Contest.
Yeah. Royaume-Uni, nil point. I think that's what it is. Yeah, having a lovely day today. If you might, some of you know, my Mac fell apart on me Tuesday, just before we did the Amazon show with Adair. But that's okay. It was all good. It's being fixed, which is a nice thing. But they just messaged me saying that it'll probably be fixed on Friday or Saturday. So I'm now going to have to rejig my week. Normally, wouldn't be a problem. Got a MacBook Air, no dramas. But this week was the week Debbie decided to get a new job with a new client, and she needed to borrow my MacBook Air while she. It's like, bugger. So now I'm trying to do everything on my phone, which is quite cool.
Wow.
But I've got podgy fingers.
Yeah.
Really good. So before jumping into the today's topic, because Stephen fault because he teased me and he came with one story, so I will come with two stories. First one, I was as Stephen did. I think it's good to give some diversity to Amazon live shows. I was walking around my city, okay, with my gimbal and showing people, and suddenly my live was shutted by Amazon, and and they said you're you made how can I? Oh my god, a violation because you can't play pre-recorded videos.
Oh,
It wasn't, right? It wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was live, but I
Right,
think
yeah.
the problem was I was doing the show with my mobile, okay, and with the mobile you can only show as far as I know, one camera, okay, and that was the back camera, so it was showing the buildings because I don't think my face is that interesting, you know. So I was showing the buildings because there's a place in my city where they have these three buildings, and two of them the three of them were designed by three really famous Portuguese architects. Two of them won the Pritzker Prize. Okay, so I like to show that buildings because my vain moment, you know. And I was walking, and suddenly I look at my cell phone, and your video was shuttered because community violation. You cannot show kind of long recorded videos. So, and I made this, I don't know, maybe 5 times before, and never happened this. So I think the secret is keep turning the camera front and back, okay, so they can see that you're there. And I don't know, because you can record this and do that as well, okay, because the problem is if there's nobody interacting with you, this can sound as a pre-recorded video.
For sure.
That's the problem. And that's my first story. The second story was I don't know, maybe 1 hour ago. I made the unboxing of my new LED lights. Okay, it was okay, and then I was talking about other devices. This was on Amazon Live as well, and I had the app open in the broadcast, and by accident I hit the finish broadcast button. And I was looking, oh my God, what can I do here? What can I do here? And so shut it down. And so that's my two stories. Stephen.
Look, I want to add 2 stories to your 2 stories. On my first week of broadcasting on Amazon Live, I did a broadcast and I was showing videos, recorded videos, but I was still on screen. So there was no problem because I was still actually in the
Yeah.
Okay, but you know that when I show a video, I turn my microphone off. Yeah, I've been known to. But I've also been known not to switch it back on again. I've also been known to not see Corinda or Chris's messages saying your sound's off.
Yeah.
Why should I?
As a net result of which, Amazon said, I'm very sorry, but there are technical difficulties with the video. You can't use it again. It's gone. Now, I got a local recording, that's no problem. But the fact that there was a 10-minute silence at the end of the video meant there was a technical fault as far as Amazon was concerned. So the only thing we can do is actually keep talking and make sure that we switch the mic back on.
Yeah, that can happen.
Yeah.
But my second Amazon Live story is not from me, it's from Nick. Yes.
The cooking.
The cooking show.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
That was awesome. I got to admit, I don't often watch my videos back, but I watched that back and I was like, bloody hell, that was good. Yeah, great fun. Again, these things we just plow on. It was the great Australia-England cook-off of Spag Bol. I know most of you are actually watching it. But the crazy thing was, when we first started, I think the first 15 minutes, someone noticed the stream had stopped, and we were trying to do it through. The idea was to do it together on both our channels using Switchboard, but for some reason, Switchboard just doesn't like putting it through at the right bit rate for Amazon. Just crazy. So we decided, okay, we'll just alternate it between Adair's channel and my channel. So Adair was a producer, host, and was doing great. So she was on controlling it, and all I had to do was rock up and do a bit of cooking. So that was quite cool. But then 2 things happened. One, just before the show, the front of my Mac just fell off. So with 5 minutes, genuinely, I was trying to get the phone to pick up the BeLive feed, and it was going into the app, and it was saying, "Oh, join, put in the thing." So I was putting in the link, wasn't having it. So in the end, I just took all the apps off and just redid it. So we went live with about a minute to spare. You know that feeling, Stephen, when I just rocked up with 30 seconds to go. This was a legit reason. But it actually worked on the phone, so I was super, super happy. But then we lost the feed about 15 minutes in, so we just rebooted, restarted. As you can tell, not used to talking with wired earphones. I'm gonna put my hands up and I'll put my hands under my arm. We carried on, but it was great. We had such amazing interaction with you guys. It was brilliant, and Adair sent me a copy of the recording. But of course, I can't actually go and edit it. But so you'll be seeing some little snippets, obviously, over in social media. And the next one is, of course, next Tuesday, and we're doing Pad Thai cook-off over at Nick's house. So luckily, my Mac should be fixed by Saturday, so I'll be able to set it up, and we should be good to go.
Sounds so exciting. What
What's
a
your name?
show. I love it. I love it. Good
Yeah,
for
it
you.
was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. One of the funniest things I've done in a long time.
It was
Excellent.
good.
And I think it's because
Mhm.
totally different.
Yeah, it was totally entertaining because you never knew what was going to happen next. But there was a hidden bonus for you, Nick, wasn't there? At the end of the cook-off,
You ate
you
it.
actually,
You
Oh,
got
well,
to eat it, right?
Yeah, I got to. Yeah, yeah. I mean, how cool is that? You do a live stream
No
show,
kidding.
then eat what you made at the end. I've got lunch. It was absolutely brilliant. Unfortunately, I'm busy eating my lunch, and Debbie came home and was like, I was like, oh yeah, I'll clean up the kit. Oh, having said on the stream, one of the benefits of doing this cookery course is Debbie likes it because I clean as I go.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd got a plate and a pan in the sink. She came home unexpectedly and was like, oh, I was like, yeah. Let me just finish my spaghetti bolognese. I hadn't had pasta since May, 10th of May. Before the 10th of May, I hadn't had a pasta. So I was enjoying it. So I now decided Tuesday's going to be my pasta day.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent. Fantastic. Fantastic.
It was an excellent recipe also.
It was good fun.
Yeah.
It was good fun. We had no idea how it would work, whether we'd talk over each other. We'd never live streamed together before, but
Yeah.
it just seemed to bounce off each other, which is cool.
Yeah.
Well, how do you
Excellent.
manage to do it on the boat? That's my question. How do you manage to do it on the boat?
Oh, I did. I joined as a guest, Corinda.
Mhm.
So Adair was the producer, so she just stuck me on the side screen. She had 2 cameras that she was using, and yeah, it's fine. It's just in Be Live, you can join through a phone, no problem at all.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, Adair lives in a place called Coochie, which is off of Brisbane, and she lives on a boat with a partner. And the boat is actually moored, and it's connected to electricity, Corinda. So she's got power,
Wow.
and she's obviously got all the tech stuff, and she can broadcast live from there. She actually runs My Time TV as well. Lots of
That's
things
right.
that are different too.
Neat.
Oh yeah, and how
Very
she
good.
syndicates her shows around all the networks is amazing. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, so super beneficial that we just, and again, guys, this is why live streaming is so why I love it so much. I think you share the same thing, Stephen. It's just the ideal networking tool. I was live streaming just on my Amazon show. She saw it on Facebook on Wednesday, I think it was last week, and was just chatting in the second half. And then she just happened to mention she needed someone to do a cook-off with. So I said, yeah, I'm your man, go for it.
Good for you.
And that's how that all developed. So this time last week, so it was literally a week ago, before a week ago, it was not even a thought or anything. So you just never know, but always say yes.
Oh yeah. Yes.
It was also very inventive. I had never seen a spaghetti bolognese with noodles.
No.
Not even spaghetti.
I'm just an old traditionalist, you see. I got to admit, I was toying with the idea of doing a spiralized courgette, but I then decided, no, I want pasta.
The traditional good one.
Yeah,
and with a little wine.
With red wine. I got to admit, I didn't have the red wine with my lunch. I did finish it off last night though. It doesn't keep apparently, so certainly not in my house.
You know what I have, speaking about technical issues, this is really strange. I posted something to thank Be Live because, I've been working with them for a couple of years now. And Stephen, you'll appreciate this. I don't know why this is happening. So I put it in BeLive.tv, like their website. And you know what Facebook said? That it was against their policies. Think about that. What the heck is going on there?
Nick and I have had this.
Yeah.
There's something strange going on with the AI, and it's not just BeLive.tv. Nick and I tried to say that it was Amazon Live, I think.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah.
We're going to talk. In the text, it said we're going to talk about Amazon, and I put Amazon.live.
Yeah, didn't like
in the post. Nick couldn't share it.
Yeah, they wouldn't post it. So I took part of it off and just put Be Live, not .tv, and it took it, right. I mean, I was able to post it, but I thought this is really strange. I never had that before. But
when I was like with the app.tv, right, I asked Papa if I could make a page for app.tv, like a group. And then I tried making a group for the app.tv. I asked them to Papa permission, right? Facebook did not like it. Facebook did not like app.tv.
Nope. Things are changing on Facebook, and this is the first time I've announced this publicly. So you all know, so you're all in the know, because things are changing. If you've got a Facebook page and a Facebook profile, which you've got to have, they're rolling out, as Chris knows, the new Facebook pages, and it's called the New Page Experience. And I'm going to tell you, it's one heck of an experience.
I can imagine. Yeah.
Okay.
I can imagine.
When you're logged into Facebook, you can log in as yourself, your personal profile, or you can log in as your page. If you want to change your page, you have to be logged in as your page. Yeah, you can't do it otherwise. And that means when you go around Facebook and you logged in as your page, you see things totally differently than if you were logged in as your profile. Okay, far so good. Right, okay. So you go to StreamYard or to Be Live, being fair, it's a reach. And you say, right, I want to log in. What do you want to log in with? Facebook. Sorry, we don't recognize you. And they don't recognize you because you're not your personal profile. You're your business page. So my tip of the day is whenever you have Facebook open and you're using it on a third-party app, make sure that you're logged into your personal profile.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. So let's get to the topic. We have a topic. So I don't know why I thought about Olympic Games. I have no clue.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think at some point in our lives, hopefully, the show becomes interesting. We had these moments we saw because, as far as I know, none of us went to the Olympic Games as athlete.
Waste my money.
So the first moment I would love you to share with us is that first moment, that first remarkable moment about Olympic Games. Harper.
Yeah.
The first Olympic Games that I actively watched was in 1984. They were in LA. And that was the first ones that I ever really paid attention to. And it was nice because here in the States, it was very patriotic still at the time. And, I mean, it was one of those things that everybody talked about. Even when I was in boot camp in '88, and I had people who were, would get letters from home saying, "Hey, we got the gold medal in this event," and stuff like that. I mean, that was just the kind of thing that people talked about.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of my first experience with actively watching an Olympic game. I had to actually, I'll be honest, I had to look up on a thing and see, what was going on this year before kind of research before our topic. So
Yeah,
it's kind of lost the luster this year. So
perfect. Chris.
Well, for me, the joy of the Olympic Games is it's something very special. I am a grade 0 at sports. And lucky for me, I could save me with swimming. And so I could graduate in high school. But then after a career in the exhibition world, the museums, and one in the interim world, I became a teacher. And I must have some teaching practice. And I was invited by the top sport school at Antwerp. And there I have seen something that I have never seen in another school before. And that was people who are so much disciplined and who have willpower. It was enormously. The students, the teachers, the principal, everyone. And it was amazing. And the headmaster or the principal at that time was Frans van den Wijngaard. It is the most well-known Belgian football referee, scheidsrechter, like we say. And what he does for his people, that's enormous. And after all that, I know some of the people, of the students who were Olympic athletes. And therefore, I follow them, of course. And so now I will take the paper. On the moment, we have there a delegation with sporters from the top sport school that are a swimmer, Kroenen, a taekwondo wonder Agap. Then we have, of course, the judoka, Kasse, who has won the bronze medal. And Seppe Smits and Sebbe de Broek for snowboarding. And unfortunately for you, Marco, the footballers. We have many footballers from the Antwerp Top Sport School. And I have given a lesson to them. So that's a very special thing. And oh, yes, you have reasons for that. And the thing is most remarkable at this place, that is Simone Biles, the American athlete who has withdrawn for mental reasons. I think that's a very good decision for her, because so the American team could win a silver medal instead of nothing at all. And also because it's very dangerous when you are mentally not fit. You can have very tough blessures, very injuries in English. So I hope that all those people will doing good, and that also the Portuguese footballers will be better. Okay, thank you.
So we are having some technical issues with Belgium, the connection to Belgium. I think we are losing Chris. So let's connect. I want to connect to UK. Let me connect, please.
Calling UK.
Lisbon calling Wiltshire.
Yes,
Lisbon
yes.
calling Wiltshire.
Let's hear the sound of the phone. Marco, somebody's playing around with.
I've changed my phone number, folks. No good.
It's not working, Marco. It's not working.
Can you hear me, Stephen? Hello, Stephen.
I can hear you in the show, but
Oh, there you go. There you go. You remember that sound? Do you remember that sound? My goodness, I haven't heard in years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Stephen,
Right.
please,
Okay.
Maria.
Maria,
Do you want me to go first, Stephen, or would you like to go?
ladies first.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Maria?
Really, really good question, Marco, because I'm not watching them this year. But I remember how much I enjoyed them years ago, and I used to watch it. I remember when I was in Italy, because I had a television set in Italy, and I used to watch. I loved the Winter Olympics more so than the Summer Olympics. Really, really enjoyed the Winter Olympics with the skiing, the what's the toboggan? It's not toboggan, snowbobs. Snowbobs, I think they're called, right?
Snowboarding.
Help me out here. Yeah, snowbobbing, right? And I really, really enjoyed the figure skating. I mean, I really enjoyed the figures. I'd be sitting there for hours watching it. And I remember watching one year the Olympics that they had here in New York State. And I actually went and visited. I don't remember the spot right now, but I actually went and visited the ski runs they had there. And I think someone had a very bad accident. And you got to know the lives of the people who were actually participants during the Winter Olympics. If I watched the Summer Olympics, it would be the running, because I used to run when I was younger, believe it or not, 50-yard dash or 100-yard dash. And then also, yeah, so I would watch the running and the swimming. I enjoyed the swimming. But to tell you the truth, just like you, Harper, I don't even think about it anymore. I know what's going on in Tokyo, but I'm not even interested any longer. And I know there's so much controversy going on over there between the men becoming women and they're stronger and all of that. So so I'm reading. I just don't have the time to sit down and watch that anymore. And I think Harper, years ago, it was much more interesting, and maybe because there wasn't that much on TV and there was so much TV, but I don't even watch television. I watch YouTube. So I wouldn't even, it doesn't even come across my screen for me to even watch as, suggested videos. So yeah, I'm glad you brought it up, Marco. Back to reality. Thank you. Thanks.
Stephen?
Right. Okay. That's good timing. Thank you, Marco. As far as the Olympics are concerned, then in the UK, since 2012 and certainly before that, the Olympics are very special for athletes. They train all year round, and this year they've gone to Japan. I remember my first sort of wonderful memory of the Olympics is Daley Thompson. Daley Thompson was a decathlete. He was a giant. He could do anything. He could throw anything. He could jump anything. He could run, and he dominated the decathlon for quite a while. And he's still an exemplar to everybody in terms of the work that he did. And the Olympics is brilliant because the Olympics brings all countries together. It's a level playing field, and you can just compete and you can win against the odds. And that's been proven over the last couple of days when people. This is a true story. I don't know the names and I won't reveal them. But there's a cycle race going on, a ladies' cycle race. And they go around the circuit 7 or 8 times to actually cover the distance. Early in the race, a Belgian lady, I think, took off from the main pack and went off on her own. Okay, and she's cycling round, she's in the lead. The 3 ladies behind her forgot that she was with them. And they thought, in their own minds, that they were leading the race. It's a true story. And when the trio crossed the line, the American lady said, "I've won! I'm the winner!" And somebody had to come up to her and
I
say,
saw something, yes.
I'm sorry, but you're second. And that must have been, I wouldn't have liked to have been the official who actually had to tell her. I would have liked to have been her. But congratulations to the lady who did win. And that's what sport's all about, the best person on the day. Now, Nick and I are in the UK, and during Olympics time, we have, from the BBC, wall-to-wall Olympics coverage. You can watch it 24 hours a day. Even though Japan is not in our time zone, Nick and I are willing to stay up through the night to watch the Olympics. This year we can't. We can't. This is my rant for the week. the television rights have been sold to Discovery Plus,
Okay.
and that means that our BBC have got to buy from Discovery Plus the rights to show sports from the Olympics.
Oh.
The rules are they can only show 2 different sports a day.
Yeah.
They cannot show the full event. They can only show highlights and
Bad.
madness.
Yeah.
So 99% of the Brits are not actually watching the Olympics.
Yeah. That's too bad. That's really too bad, isn't it?
Yeah, which is
Right.
really sad. Like, sad, really. It's
Yeah.
really, really sad how no one, like, takes part of it.
It's too bad.
Yeah, it should be one of those
Nick.
things that, I mean, that should be the most patriotic thing from any country is
Yeah.
people from your country going and representing your nation
Yes.
or your area. Because I know a lot of some nations don't have their own, but they go and they represent, you in the Olympics.
The world stage. The world stage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realise that, Steve. I knew they were only showing two events, which was which I found was bizarre. But I hadn't actually looked into why. So when I was watching the triathlons the other day at whatever it was, starting at about 10 o'clock, no, about 11 o'clock in the evening, that wasn't live, even though it was early Japan time.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah.
If I'd known that, I'd have just recorded it.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that's outrageous. That is shocking. I didn't realise that. That is disgraceful. Absolutely. I feel a letter to my MP coming on.
There you go.
Yeah, but I'm with Stephen. I think Daley Thompson for me is the greatest Olympian that Britain GB has ever produced, and the travesty is, if you don't know, when we get, because they're pretty few and far between, when we get some decent sports people, we get the Queen to knight them or give them a gong or some sort of, we give them some ridiculous award. And, so we've knighted Andy Murray, we've recently knighted Lewis Hamilton, we've knighted and made dames other double, he won gold in Moscow, I think it was, and gold in LA. And we still haven't knighted the man. He is the one that should have been knighted. Now, he did blot his copybook a touch because 2 things. He used to whistle the national anthem, but then he was super cocky. He could, if anyone had the right to whistle the UK national anthem, it's Daley Thompson. But the other thing was he made a joke about getting Princess Anne, who used to be on the Olympic, I think she is on the Olympic committee and certainly used to compete. He made a joke about getting her pregnant, which I think, which again was just like a really cheeky, chappy Daley Thompson thing that he always did. And I remember I read his. It was a guy called I can't remember, his surname was Dick. But he was like the Olympic coach, and he coached Daley Thompson a lot, and he told the story about the fact that when it was Christmas Day and they were on somewhere and he was training, and he said, Dave, he said, why don't you have the day off? It's Christmas Day. He said, no. He said, I'm going to go do training because, I don't reckon anyone else will be, doing training on Christmas Day. So I'm going to do training on Christmas Day because I'm the best. So he went and did his training in the morning, came back later on, he's getting ready to do another session of training. And this guy said to him, he said, Daley, why, you've done your training today. Why are you going out again? It's Christmas Day. He said, I did my Christmas. He said, I did it earlier on because I thought no one would be stupid enough to do it on Christmas Day. And then I thought to myself, maybe one of my competitors would do it, but I bet they won't do it twice. And that was his mentality.
Yeah.
That was the thing. That's what made him the great that he is. And to me, our absolute greatest Olympian. But my first recollection of the games was actually in '76 in Montreal. So I think it was David Wilkie won the gold medal breaststroke, and Mary Peters, I think, won 1,500 or 3,000 meters, something like that. But afterwards, we also won a gold medal in I can't remember what it's called. You run, you shoot, you do some fencing, and
Yeah.
do some
Pentathlon.
horsey stuff.
Modern pentathlon.
Modern pentathlon. We won the gold medal, and one of the guys that was
You're
in
welcome.
the pentathlon team. Thank you. Yeah, something that we don't normally watch. He came and he came to our school, and we were allowed to like look at his gold medal and like, oh my god, we'd
for sure.
a real live Olympic gold medal. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And then then we had the national lottery, and then we started funding our sports people. Now we win loads. It's like to a penny, really. Yeah.
Changed.
Before Marco's story, and it is Marco's turn next.
Mm-hmm.
Nick has just said that you're able to see the gold medal, and in those days the metal was made out of gold.
I've heard this. Yeah.
Out of gold? Was it real gold?
Yeah.
So,
Oh wow.
Now the medal, because we live in certain times, is made out of recycled materials. There is no gold involved. So when you get, we've been telling the athletes, when you get your gold medal, do not chew it. It's plastic.
Because that was the thing. The reason the gold medalists used to bite their gold medal was to test if it was gold. Because if it was gold,
It was
you
gold,
could leave
yes.
your teeth.
Oh, okay.
Your tooth. It's gold. Like your tooth.
It's a Matutana ruffle.
Oh,
So, I don't know, my beloved UK friends, if you remind the name of the arch-rival of Dalai Thompson.
No, he didn't have a rival. Oh, the German man.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you remember, Stephen?
I'm trying to. Helmut Schmidt. Nein.
Nope.
Das ist falsch.
And it's funny because I was thinking about this show, and I remember because usually here when I watched TV, it should be 500 years ago or something. Usually before the new arrival of the Olympics, they make a flashback to prior Olympic Games. Okay, and it was the battle between Dalai Thompson and Jürgen Ingsen.
See, yeah.
Now we know, Nick. We know.
Yeah,
Jürgen Ingsen, and it's funny because in the Los Angeles '84, it was the first time a Portuguese won a gold medal. Carlos Lopes, he won the marathon. Okay, and the funny story about this guy, he won the marathon as usual. The guys who won the marathon, they are older than the normal athletes. Okay, they are in the 40s. Okay, and the story about Carlos Lopes, because at that time he was like that, and now he is like this.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very fast.
Oh.
And the story about him, how he became a runner, was that he had a girlfriend he's from the countryside, the interior of Portugal. Okay, a city called Viseu, but I think it's from the countryside as I do, but I live close to the sea. And when he went to meet his girlfriend or something, he had to run through a wood, not really friendly, a kind of scary wood. I think it should be the Sherwood.
Sherwood Forest.
Sherwood.
Where is Robin Hood? It's Sherwood,
Yes,
right?
Sherwood.
He might be afraid of Robin Hood and John Little or something. So he passed the wood running, and then he became good. Okay, then he went to Sporting, and he won the medal in Los Angeles. And it could be another Portuguese winning another race. We had at that time the world record of the 10,000 meters. Fernando Mamed, he made the record. I think not so maybe some months before the Olympic Games, but the problem with that guy was that in his head he was not strong enough. So he started the race, and some minutes later he gave up.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
Too
yeah,
bad. Eh? Too bad.
and we won another medal in '88 in Seoul. Rosa Mota, and guess what? Which race she won?
Marathon.
Yes,
Okay. Okay.
yes. So I think we had 4 gold medals, and all of them in athletics. Okay,
Oh.
so yeah, because we have to run some every time. Run something.
Actually, I
And-
tell you what though, Marco. When I used to go running in Germany, we had woods out the back of our house,
Mhm.
and there were wild boar in there.
Oh wow.
And I was running one day. It was getting dusk, and I heard like little scrufflings. You have never seen me run so bloody fast. I can tell. Suddenly, I was like a rocket. Whoa!
So, and there's another story. We are not the people with the best reputation in the world. Okay. and some Portuguese. I think this could be in Seoul as well. I think it was maybe 80s, 90s, but I think it was in Seoul. I don't think this was in Barcelona. There was a story of theft in the Olympic Village, and who was Portuguese?
Okay. Oh.
It seemed that they were stealing something, and okay, so that's how you can ruin the reputation of a whole country.
That was the year they brought back 20 gold medals, wasn't it?
Didn't win them, but they brought them back.
And yes, I think it was before. That's why I remind the name of Dolly Thompson and Jürgen Ingsen was because before '88 they made a flashback about Los Angeles, and they were really detailed because this was epic. They made a recap of the decathlon contest and the struggle, but I think that Dolly Thompson went far from the German guy. But yes, that's why I remember Dolly Thompson so well.
Mhm.
That was the other great thing about Daley Thompson. Sorry, Stephen. The other great thing about Daley Thompson was they brought out a little video game of Daley Thompson's decathlon. That then all us people that were lazy, like doing nothing, going down the pub, we could play in the pub, having a drink and a fag, pretending we were running and jumping.
Fun.
Stephen? Okay.
Sorry,
No.
Harper.
No, Stephen
Right.
first.
20, there are 27,000 athletes, I think, in total taking part. Travelled over to Japan, all living in bubbles. The Japanese people don't really want them there, but now that Japan have won a few medals, they're getting a little bit happier with it. But the thing is that with 27,000 people there, what you want to do is to keep people safe.
Yes.
Now, the Japanese way of keeping people safe is they've all got their own dormitories, okay, and there are beds in the dormitories, but the beds are actually made out of cardboard and will only take the weight of one person. And that is the way they're keeping everybody safe, because if two people try to get in the same bed, it's going to collapse.
Good idea.
That's how you mandate social distancing.
But we have to have this in mind. It's one person, Kenyan marathonist or Cuban weightlifter.
Big difference.
Yeah, that's quite. So weightlifters, very quickly. That was so cool. My PA, who's Filipina, was over the moon. They won their first ever gold medal.
Yes.
The lady weightlifter. So they're super.
It was a lady for sure.
Yeah, and I said
Yeah,
to her, I
Are you
said, actually,
no, no.
that was
Are you sure that it was a lady?
yeah, definitely a lady.
Okay.
That was the first time I'd ever heard
Saying.
the Philippines national anthem when she got her medal, so that was cool.
That's great.
So one of the things I wanted to bring up was the I mean, I haven't followed the Olympics for quite a while, so I don't know if they do this all the time. But I know Russia has been banned more than once from the Olympics. They tend to like additional supplements to enhance them.
Yeah.
But there are actually Russian athletes that are on their own participating, and they're actually doing really well. They're actually in fourth right now as far as gold medals, which I got to say is pretty good, pretty nice. And I'm happy that they're able to do that, because these are athletes who weren't involved in all of that stuff. So you still got good, honest athletes that still get a chance to compete, and I think that's awesome. I mean, they're I think the only thing is that if they win a medal, they don't play their national anthem. I'm sure they're okay with that, because the athlete isn't punished for what the other people were doing. So, and I think the only other one that has to do with that is Kuwait. They're listed in the list of medals as Kuwait, but they're all the way down at the very bottom. But I think they're actually officially athletes of Kuwait. So it's the same thing, but I think they got one bronze or something like that. But yeah, I mean, that way you're not punishing the honest part of the team. It's just So
Yeah.
How the GB cycling team get away with it, I've no idea.
Politics.
Talking about that, do you remember? And I was, because by those times I was making athletics. I don't know if you saw the video I shared yesterday on my Facebook, that memory when I was
I did.
almost a half that I'm now. And one of the most amazing, I think, was a remarkable moment by that time was in Seoul as well, again, when Ben Johnson won the 100 meters race.
Remember that?
With a good advantage to Carl Lewis. And then he felt in the doping webs. Your memories of, do you remind this? And
Yeah,
I remember
it.
it. I remember it.
yeah, such
Harper.
a fast time.
It's a shame. It's a shame.
I don't remember a lot of that. I remember when Carl Lewis was dominant in a lot of that stuff, but I've never, pretty much anytime any athlete has, regardless of whether it's American or who it is, any athlete that crosses that line and tries to go against the rules, it's like, you know what? I mean, the respect that I have for you as an athlete is gone. There's too many people who try out, for each Olympics, whether it's the summer or the winter, that try their hardest, and they spend years and years and years to compete in these things. And I'm a firm believer that if you get caught using steroids, whatever it is, you're out. The next person in line gets your spot. I mean, and you're done. You're no longer. You can't come back in 4 years for another Olympics. You're done because you're supposed to be the best that your country has. So I mean, I'm just one of those people. It's like, if you can't follow the rules, then what? Find something else. So. It's that law enforcement background, I'm telling you, so.
Someone, or I can throw another question. This is a short one.
Good.
Go for it.
Okay, so let's think we came a few weeks in the past. Okay, all of us are in the 20s. A few weeks.
That's going to be more than a few weeks.
2 weeks. Wow.
And you have the chance to compete as an Olympic athlete. Which sport and discipline are you picking? Harper.
Interesting.
Well, in high school, I had the bright idea thinking that I was so thin that I would get into swimming. I found out all my effort went to keep me at the top of the water, not the bottom. I would think so. I would have to say the actual sporting events that I did in high school was a long jump and a triple jump. So I could run fast as long as it wasn't very far.
Okay. Perfect. Chris.
For me, it's swimming. That was the only sport that I could do. And I liked it. I liked the water, but not the water now. The rain, absolutely not. The water in the swimming pool, yes. And one of the things that I like to do, but it's not an Olympic sport, that was diving into the water to take something from the bottom up. And that was a thing that I like to do. And we were playing with also with things, but without scuba. Dus with nothing, just your own air, taking something up. And then I have also a rescue brevet. And therefore we must swim with clothes on. And we must also take a puppet. It was a plastic thing with weights therein, and we must bring that 25 centimeters farther. And I have done that, and that was fun.
So if there's a Baywatch Belgium version, Chris will be there.
That will sink, I think.
For me, it would have been running. My one claim to sporting fame at school was I actually won the 800 meters race. Only because I kind of, in a way, I kind of cheated. What we used to do was because it was 2 laps of the track, normally you just jog around on the first lap and then you'd start to wind it up a bit on the second. But I'd been to my sister's sports day like the week before, and I'd watched this girl just pretty much sprint the whole thing and was like miles ahead of anyone when she ran out of puff and still won. And I thought, I wonder if you can do that. So I did. And it's like took everybody by surprise. They all thought Nick's crazy. He'll blow himself up. And no, I was, by the time, don't get me wrong, I was wanting to be sick towards the end. But by the time I was slowing down, I was like 300 meters ahead of everyone else. So it really didn't matter.
Wow.
My sports teacher just couldn't believe his eyes.
Excellent. Natural. You're a natural, Nick. You're a natural.
Yes.
No, I don't know about that.
Stephen.
I would love to be able to run a marathon. I can walk one, but if I was younger, then I would definitely train to actually run one 5K and 10K and build up to it. That's what I would love to do. The thing that Nick and I could do, because we're Brits, of course, is we could do the synchronized diving.
I'd love to see it.
All Brits can do synchronized diving. We've just won gold.
It's our national pastime.
Yeah.
Any excuse to put a pair of Speedos on, absolutely.
Yeah, the Speedos, that's the best part. Oh, fun.
Maria.
Yeah, well, this is so wonderful. Brings back memories. I used to watch the synchronized swimming too, which I thought was so much fun, right? And the diving and everything else. It's bringing back memories. Myself running. I used to love running. I used to win a lot of races. At the end of the school year, we would have that sports day, and I would be winning a lot of medals for running and doing the jumping. I'm sorry, I had the word and it's gone. That's what happens when you're a senior. But I love that. I used to love it. It's memories. I don't know where those medals are that I used to win, but I would say the running is basically what I really enjoyed doing. I was a lot lighter then, a lot faster, and I really enjoyed running. Yeah.
Okay. So let's get back to 2 weeks before to our 20s. And well, I think I will pick the athletics as well, because I made high jump, also 100, 200, and 400 meters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Wow.
so I don't know, but it's tough running the 400 meters
Mm-hmm.
because I think maybe even though marathon it's quite of an effort, but the problem with the 800 meters and also the 400 is it's like we like to say it's the full gas
Yeah.
all the time. Okay, and you barely have time to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember once in the Portuguese Championship, I made this run, and it was the 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 best series with the best teams. Okay, we were the 400. The how do we say it when we have
Relay.
the relays?
Relay.
Yes,
Relay.
Oh, yeah.
and
That's
I
fun.
was in the line 8, which is the one outside,
Yeah.
and I just knew like those ladies. I get to the final line. I was the first, unfortunately. If I was the last with the last relay, I will be really happy because we will win the race.
Mhm.
But I started and I kept the first place, and I in the last
Exchange.
in front of
Fun.
the I was in the first place. Okay, I delivered the relay in the first place, and I think
Right.
we will win this. But the last guy, or no, the third guy, it seemed that he was running backwards because
He didn't
everybody
tell him
like
the rules.
boom.
Yeah.
And I remember at the end I was like a cat or a dog walking, trying to put myself in feet, but I couldn't make it for a while. Yeah, because it's really tough.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah.
It's really
For sure.
Yeah, I had to run an eighth mile one time during a track meet. Mind
Oh,
you,
wow.
I only ran the long jump and triple jump, so it was like not even 40 yards, more like
yes.
And so they were like, "Hey, I was done early, and they're like, "Hey, we don't have anybody to run this event. If we don't have anybody to do this, we get forfeited and we can't win, whatever." And I'm like, they're like, "You don't have to win, just finish." And I was like, "Oh, okay, not a problem." I was like, "What do I got to do?" They said, "Run around the track twice." I was like, "Oh, piece of cake, right?" Oh my God, no.
No.
So I left just like I do on my sprints. I got about a quarter of the way around the track. Our track is 400 meters. And I got a quarter of the way around the track, and all of a sudden I was feeling parts of my guts that I just never felt before. And so by the time I got about about 3/4 of the way around, they'd already gone way past me. And by the time I crossed the finish line, we were like neck and neck, except I still had another lap to go. So yeah, I was like, this running thing sucks.
Good try.
But all I had to do was finish.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll tell you, when I used to train for a triathlon, I would go swimming first thing on a Saturday morning. So do some swimming. And then I'd go park run in the UK. And the number of times that I threw up coming to the end of the park run, it was getting a bit embarrassing. So Debbie said stop.
Yeah. Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
So we are getting the final line. Oh my God, it's the final line where I was thinking.
The finish line.
Yes, the finish line.
Finish
Yes,
line.
I was getting the finish line, even though I had to give the relay to the second guy. I was in the leading of the course, and oh my God, I have those guys in my back. So he's never in the back, always in the front. And now he will show us the chess flag, and he will tell where he's going to lead us next week. Stephen, it's up to you.
Thank you, Marco. Thank you, everybody who's watched this live today. We have fun. We hope you have fun watching too. From Marco, from Harper, from Chris, from Nick, from me and Maria, from around the globe.
Thank you.
We look forward to seeing you next week. Next week, is at my house. Join us the same time, 12 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. in the UK, 6 p.m. in Belgium. And take care. And bye for now.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.